welcome. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about another function called conditional formatting. It's well known that colors have an incredible impact on processing information. We instinctively know that green means go or positive, and red means stop or negative. Using colors can help us quickly understand and interpret our data. In spreadsheets, we use something called conditional formatting to change the way our data looks automatically. If you think about the data you collect as a teacher, you might want student absences to show up in red, or you might want to see test scores or grades in different colors depending on the percentage or mark. Let's take a look at some of the basics of setting this up so that you can do it on your own to meet your own needs. Let's get going. All right, let's take a look at conditional formatting. On my attendance tab, I have filled out attendance information for these students. And one example that I might use conditional formatting for is to highlight some information that is blank. Like if I have filled out stuff and I want to find out, well, do I have any gaps or anything missing? How can I find that quickly instead of having to search through all of it? So the way that you use conditional formatting to highlight your blank cells is you go ahead and highlight the data set that you want to change the way it looks. Then I'm going to go up to Format, go down to Conditional Formatting. And what happens is it brings up a sidebar. And on this sidebar here is where you create rules, conditional formatting rules. And by default, this will automatically apply my formatting to the range that I've selected, and it has selected is not empty. So this is just highlighting in green all of the cells that have something in it. I actually want to go the other way. I would like to highlight the cells that don't have anything in it. So I'm going to click on this drop-down menu here and say is empty. And now you can see that that has shifted. Now it has all of my cells that are empty. What I can do now is I can actually change it. This is the default, but if I want to change the color maybe to like a red so that it stands out a little bit more, I can go ahead and do that. And when I am done, I just click on the word done. And I can close this menu out. And now those places that I have forgotten to take attendance for, I can find those quickly and I can update those. If I click on this one and I say, oh, okay, this student was actually here, you'll notice how the conditional formatting changes. Same thing with this student. Oh, they're actually medical, so I can go ahead and change. So that's a really quick way to look at finding blank sets of data. Let's go ahead and take a look at another way that we can use conditional formatting. I'm going to stick with my attendance information here. And now maybe I want to highlight this to show the differences between if a student was on a medical leave, or they were absent, or they were tardy, or they were present. So what I can do is I can actually conditionally format my data depending on what's inside of the cell. So I'm going to highlight my data here again, go up to Format, Conditional Formatting. I get my sidebar to pop up. And now what I would like to do is I'm going to change the rule here. So for example, if it's a P, I want it to be green. So what I will do is I'm going to come down here and choose text is exactly. And in the value section, I'm going to type the letter P. So now you can see that all of the P's are showing up there. And if I want to change this a little bit, I can go ahead and change the color, or if I want to change the text itself, I can go ahead and do that. So you have the ability to customize that. I'm going to go ahead and click on Done. And now I want to make all of the absences stand out. So what I can do here is just click on Add Another Rule. And the nice thing is that my data is already highlighted, so it will just leave that there for me. I'll go down here to Text is Exactly, and this time I will change it to A for absences. And I want that to stand out a little bit more. So maybe what I'm going to do is click on the red here, and I can click on Done here, or I can just go ahead and add another rule. So I'll click on Add Rule, and what I want to do is, it's already selected is exactly, it's trying to copy that rule, but I'm just going to change my text to T for tardy. And maybe this will be yellow, And finally, I'm going to add another rule for the medical. If I come over here, I can change this to MED, adjust my rule to be whatever I would like for it to be. When I'm finished, I click on Done, and now I have my information there. So as I go through and I add new information about my students, you will see that update automatically. So that's a very quick way to apply conditional formatting across a set of your data to find things visually that you would need to find. Okay. Thanks for watching. You can find out more at smithvisualizations.com.